Hi, Virgo. So interesting energy is going on right now. So I'm recording this on Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day. If you want to get a personal reading with me, the 30-minute readings are on special. They're $10 off until the 29th of May. I did that as like a Memorial Day special. If you're watching this after the 29th of May, they are regular price again. There was only a limited amount because I'm going to be starting to travel for events and stuff in the middle of June and July and August. So I'm only releasing a certain amount of readings at a time. If you would like to know when and where the events are going to be, check out my website, sign up for the email newsletter that will start going out this week to keep everybody updated. Hi, Virgo. I know, I had to get the business out of the way. If you want a merchandise, go to my website. I had to get the business out of the way. I am also scheduling for the one-on-one intuitive coaching and the Reiki, long-distance Reiki sessions as well. Those are not limited. You can schedule those anytime with me. Yeah. I mean, we're Virgos. We have to get the business out of the way first because after the business comes the fun. So this week is a really interesting week, particularly. I know that this reading is for June, but I want to point out that this week there's going to be a T-square the week of Memorial Day. Today's the 27th of May. There's going to be a T-square with Jupiter and with Neptune and Mercury, which is going to be very reminiscent of a Mercury retrograde. So this will be one of those weeks where you really have to catch your watch your communication skills or watch your communication with people. See what I mean? That happens on Wednesday, but it's going to last. And this is what I mean. Anything that happens this week, and that's why I'm bringing it up, could roll into June. June is going to be a really awesome month of taking big risks and allowing yourself to no longer stay small. We are not going to be small, helpless little Virgos anymore. We never were. But there's a great deal of work that still needs to be done. And coming up to our season, we have a lot of major arcanas in front of us. Good ones. Coming up to our season, you know, what is Virgo season? It's all about the harvest. It's all about making sure that everybody is eating for the winter, right? That's what Virgo season is all about. We're like, you know, like we've been working really, really hard. And this, you know, it's time for us to play right now. And I want you to think bigger than just healing everybody. I want you to heal yourself. I want you to allow yourself to have that balance. So we have justice, we have judgment, and we have the star. Justice and judgment are extremely karmic cards. Now, karma doesn't have to be a bad thing. Karma can also be a good thing. I know everybody hears the word karma and they're like, no, I don't want any karma in my life. You can have good karma too. I feel like this is good karma kind of coming back to you in the form of what is your destiny? What is your fate? What is it that you've been trying to achieve? You know, we felt so stifled for so many years because there was this growth period that we had to go through, and we had to find ourselves, we had to find our purpose, and we had to find out what we were doing in life, and we had to leave people behind, and right? This year, we've really been given the opportunity, as all of the chaos that was around us moves away, and before the planets start to show up in our sign later on in the summer, right? When it's our season, that's when all the planets start to show up, when the sun and the Mercury and Venus and Mars and all of that. In the meantime, we get to take everything that we learned in the last couple of years and we get to allow ourselves, there's that word, 2019, allow. We get to allow ourselves to be big, whatever that means to you. And if you still are kind of searching for that purpose, that's what I help people with in the one-on-one alignment coaching. You ever wonder, what is that, Betsy? That's what I help people with. One-on-one alignment coaching sessions, and that's what the events are going to be all about. Aligning to your purpose. And I feel like you have people around you that want to be of assistance, right? So we have the Six of Cups, and we have the Knight of Wands. So there could be a fire sign around you that you have a very close connection with. This person seems like they have a really quick energy, though. And sometimes if you're not as patient of a Virgo as you would really like to be, now let's be real, we can be extremely, extremely patient, but sometimes we're just not, especially when people are all over the place and we're like, could you just sit down for a minute? I've said that to somebody before. Could you just, like, you're making me nervous, like standing around, just sit down a minute. But I don't feel like this person is a bad energy. Like, they don't mean ill will towards you. The Two of Wands, this is what I love. Oh, this is what I love about this time right now, Virgo. Because after so long of feeling like we have been beat down, and it wasn't even that we were getting beat down by the universe, it was that we were getting refined by the universe. And we've talked about this before. After so long, now you have the whole world in front of you and you have decisions to make, right? See that guy? The reason why I say you have the whole world, that guy is holding a globe in his hand. You've done all the work. Maybe not all of it. There's never a final destination, right? It's a journey that we're on. Even when we pass away, we're still transitioning. Our soul is transitioning. It's not an ending. There is no destination. Everybody's like, where am I going? I got to get somewhere. And I'm like, why? There is no end. So allow yourself to expand everything that you have learned in the last 2 years. And the things from the past, if they're coming back to you, if this fire sign is possibly coming back to you, there's a Libra or an Aquarius that's coming back to you, there might be a karmic lesson in there that you need to wrap up before you push forward. So allow yourself to recognize that and see that. Don't just like shut people off or shut yourself off just because you don't want to have to deal with the energies of the world or whoever, right? Big things are coming up for your future, and aligning to that is, you know, that's what this Justice card is talking about, having that karmic balance, the karmic retribution, aligning yourself to the 10 of Pentacles. Thank you very much. I love that. And the 10 of Pentacles, to a lot of us, it's been an illusion. What is the 10 of Pentacles? The 10 of Pentacles is having that comfort. It doesn't mean that you have all of the material items that you've ever wanted in your entire life, because you can have all that crap and still not be feel comfortable, safe, and secure. Now, having the 10 of Pentacles lifestyle that makes you feel comfortable, safe, and secure means that no matter what circumstance you're in right now, you feel abundant. And that could be the karmic lesson, Virgo, that you're learning right now or needing to learn. That no matter what your environment looks like and no matter what things you have around you, because let's be real, earth signs like the things. We like the pretty stuff. Virgos, you know, we are realists, right? If we don't see it, we don't believe it. The thing is the 10 of Pentacles, even if we don't see it, it can still be an illusion, because we think that we need all the things, but we don't really need all the things. What we need is the safety and security within us, knowing that the stuff that we have around us right now, and I'm saying this as a person that has been so dirt poor before that I lived out of a car. So, but I was able to manifest myself out of that space because I was grateful for what I was given on the journey. Not to find a destination, but grateful on the journey. If you've never read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, and I think we've talked about this in another one of the readings, but it was like last year sometime. So if you haven't been following me since last year, This is all new to you. But in the introduction, in the preface of the book, he talks about his spiritual awakening and how for 6 months he actually lived on a park bench or on a bench for 6 months of his life. And he had more joy in his life during those 6 months than he had ever had. And he had sold off everything. He left his apartment. He left his whole life. He left his whole life during his spiritual awakening. That doesn't mean that you're going to live like that forever, but he had to learn the existence and the beauty of what the Ten of Pentacles was when it's not an illusion. Because all the material things, again, you can have all the material stuff, the job, the car, the family, the house, like all of it, and just be super miserable, right? You have an opportunity right now that literally the universe is smacking you upside the head. This might take some risk. This might take some gumption. This might take a little bit of bravery, Virgo. Are you ready for it? I think you are. I think that like going through all the trenches for the last couple of years has proved to you that it is now time for you to be stable, to come into an existence that you made, that was meant for you. It's your destiny. It's your fate to have the beautiful things in life. And again, not in a material way. Have all the beautiful things in life that make you feel good on a soul level. That is being in alignment. So, allowing yourself to get there. Seeing that you're being supported. That Judgment card is support from the universe saying, I have a gift for you. I have a gift for you, but you have to recognize what it is, and you have to see that maybe it's coming to you in a way that you didn't think it was going to be coming. Right? But you're being supported by the universe. If you have to walk away from an Aquarius right now, and maybe a Libra is making you feel a little bit more stable, but if you have to walk away from an Aquarius right now, it's for the best. Now, if you're not dealing with an Aquarius energy, you are possibly dealing with what it is that you thought was going to be your sole purpose, and now you're having to switch gears. And now you're having to recognize, oh, that's not my destiny. I have to move in a different direction. I have to go in a different direction. Because my destiny actually looks completely different than I thought it was going to. And that's what the universe is offering, and that's what the universe is showing you right now. But are you going to let that happen? Are you going to let that be seen? By yourself. You got to get honest, right? The Eight of Cups is that journey of self-discovery. It could be that you're having to leave other things behind so you can find that soul purpose. You can find that destiny. And when I say leave things behind, I don't necessarily mean people, places, and things. You could be leaving some things behind that have been stuck inside of you, and they're all like a big cruddy mess now, because you're having to recognize what it is that you're truly aligned with and what it is that you're no longer aligned with in your life. Your belief systems are changing. Could be. There could be people from the past that are showing back up. The Six of Cups. Whoa. And there could be somebody that's coming back from the past that you've been waiting on. Wheel of Fortune. Somebody that you've been waiting on, that you've just been sitting here, divine timing, waiting for it to happen. Now, when you come into such alignment as this top row is suggesting, sometimes people come back from the past. The biggest thing that I want you to recognize, Virgo, is to make sure that they have grown as well. If they're coming back as the same person as they were before, not in alignment with you. Because clearly you have grown in epic proportions. Clearly. You are not the same person you were 2 years ago. And if that person can't see how much you've grown and respect that, and they grow as well, they're not worth it. However, I do feel like there's going to be a shift in energy, and I feel like something has to do with the past that, so we have 2 10s here, which are completions. 10s are awesome, and they're the good 10s, right? But this Wheel of Fortune does make me feel like there's a shift in energy somewhere that is allowing you to look towards the future and to make decisions towards the future. You don't have to know all the answers. I just said that to you guys. I recognize how ironic it is that I said you don't have to know all the answers to a Virgo. I understand. I'm a Virgo myself, right? So, but it's the truth. You don't have to know all the answers all the time. In fact, if you kind of stumble along this journey, there could be a Cancer in your life that's a little bit wishy-washy. Could be a fire sign that is your sole purpose. So you could look at that in 2 beautifully different ways. But with this Chariot on the Knight of Wands, if you don't, the Chariot is your sole purpose. It's guiding you in the direction that you need to go in order to live your best life, right? You don't have to know all the, because we're constantly evolving, right? Like, for example, this channel started off as a YouTube channel reading tarot cards, and then I started to learn astrology, and so I know a little bit of astrology, just enough to do a little bit of damage, right? But I'm still learning about astrology, and I'm still growing. And then I became a Reiki master, and then I decided that as my alignment came into, as I aligned within myself and I learned how to live my best life, regardless of what my circumstances were, I began teaching that. See how we evolve. You don't have to know all the answers right now. What you do have to do is be honest and real with yourself. If it doesn't feel good, if the path and the journey that you're on right now doesn't feel good, it's time to change directions. If you're beating your head up against a brick wall constantly and you have no idea what it is that you're going to do, and I don't know what my destiny is, I don't know what my fate is, but I know I'm so miserable in my life right now, it's time to make a change. You don't have to know all the answers, but you do have to know one answer. And is this for my highest good? How do you know if it's for your highest good? If it feels right, if it feels good. Not is it easy. Not is it easy. Because your sole purpose doesn't mean it's going to be easy. Your sole purpose means that it feels right. You see the difference? So, you have decisions to make. 2 of Wands. You have decisions, Virgo. And you can make them. That was like sigh of relief. You can make them. Why? Because you're the magician. Look at that MFer. You'll forgive me for the talk. You're the magician. You have all the tools already. You are ruled by Mercury. That doesn't have to be a curse. Mercury is a blessing because Mercury gives you all the answers. And your loving, intuitive, nurturing side gives you all the answers. You get to be smart and caring at the same time. I don't care what people say about Virgos. We're smart and caring at the same time. And if you're cross-watching and a Virgo has done you wrong, this is not your reading. Sorry, this is not your reading. This is not the reading for the cross-watcher that's been done wrong. All right, Virgo. So we have the 7 of Pentacles on the 9. I'm sorry, the 7 of Cups on the 9 of Pentacles. What's going to make you fully abundant within yourself? Allowing yourself to see all of the options in front of you and not confusing yourself with all of it, but seeing that these options make you abundant already. Just because it hasn't come into fruition yet doesn't mean that you're not abundant yet. Doesn't mean you're not abundant right now. Because you've already planted the seeds, right? In the 7 of Pentacles, which is not here, but I'm just saying, you've already planted the seeds and now you're at the 9 of Pentacles and now you get to choose which direction you're going to go in with all those 7 of Cups. What is going to hurt you right now? Getting stuck in the heaviness and being too mouthy. I said it. Being too mouthy. We can be mouthy. I'm not even throwing shade. I'm just being honest. 5 of Cups and the Hanged Man. So you could be dealing with a Pisces that you feel really, really regretful about the past, or they feel regretful towards you. This is a very big burden on you. If it's not a Pisces, the regrets of the past keep you stagnant and make you feel heavy. Stop it. Don't do that to yourself. Beating yourself up about things from the past will keep you stuck. You know this better than anybody else. When you hold on to that baggage from the past and you keep on going through things over and over and over again that you can't change. You can't change the things of the past. You got to leave all of that behind. You can't change any of that. And the more you hold on to it and the more you get up in your head, Queen of Swords, thank you very much. Why am I saying this is you? Because we're ruled by Mercury. Yes, we're the Queen of Pentacles and we can be very grounded, but this is not a grounded Virgo right here. And why? Because she's thinking too much. He is thinking too much. So what you need to do is let this shit go and start fresh, start over. When you get stuck up in your head and it's really, really heavy and you're not able to be discerning, now there could be an air sign again, that Aquarius could be, you could be holding on to some of that Aquarius still, and that regretfulness like towards the middle of June could really be bringing you down and making you feel really, really heavy. The 3 of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Sun. Then we have the 9 of Wands and the 2 of Cups. Remember when I said in May that the only person you have left to fight is yourself? I meant it. Because all of this new entrepreneurial spirit that you have, and even if you're not an entrepreneur, all of this new wanting to start new projects and wanting to start new things and maybe a new job, this is what's filling up your soul. And the Sun is the happiest card in the deck. So allowing yourself to fill up your own cup will get you there. Don't get stuck in the past. Don't go back to the past. Being present in the present, being in the present, and manifesting the future. The past is an illusion. It's already happened. There's nothing you can do about it. Now, if you feel like all you're doing is fighting for love and nothing is showing up to you, and you're up in your head about that, I want you to get really, really honest with yourself, with the Moon, because I feel like you might be fighting really, really hard for a connection. How do I put this? I feel like you're fighting for a connection like if this is established and real, I feel like you're fighting for no reason. I feel like you're up in your head for no reason. I feel like it's because you are needing to bring your emotions to the surface and not keep things in the dark. Because that 4 of Cups is making me feel like the reason why you're up in your head is because you're sitting there on your own. Woe is me. Going back in the past again. Be honest with yourself and be real. Now, if you're not a Virgo that's in a relationship right now, I feel like you're fighting for something that isn't, you're fighting for the illusion. You're fighting for the pretty picture of what the 2 of Cups is supposed to look like. When you get the tingles for someone and your heart starts to race and your palms get really sweaty and your mouth gets really dry, that's actually toxic. People think that like that kind of love that's actually an addiction. That's like, give me more. That's what leads us to codependency, right? It's not movie love. We're not looking for movie love here. We're looking for the real thing. This to me feels like kind of an ongoing battle for Virgo. The 2 of Cups feels like a very ongoing battle for Virgo. I wish I could make like this special video on how to let go of fighting for something you think that you want, when in reality, the true real thing is out there waiting for you, but you keep fighting for what you think you want instead of fighting for what's true, right? You got to get honest with yourself. First and foremost, the Eight of Swords, I'm not surprised. It's not a Virgo reading unless the Eight of Swords is there. Could be a fire sign that you have up in your head. Could even be an Aries that's got you up in your head. Or even a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio with this Moon card. More than anything, I think this is about being honest with yourself and saying, what is it that I truly deserve, and why am I fighting for something that's not giving back to me anyways, right? More than anything, Virgo, I feel like this reading is all about allowing yourself to be big. You've got the universe is supporting you in all your endeavors, and the energy is shifting, and you're growing in so many ways, and you've been through so much. So that's what you have to remember, and that's what you have to, don't get caught up in a romantic relationship that makes you feel good for a couple of weeks and then is gone, because it was an illusion to begin with. It wasn't the real thing. You have to be honest with yourself on what's an illusion and what's the real thing. You know, the real thing isn't going to pull the wool over your eyes and make you think that they're this perfect person. Oh my gosh, he's so perfect. Or, you know, oh my gosh, she's so perfect. You know what I'm saying? Get deliberate in June, Virgo. Get deliberate. And so much abundance here for you. Just all you got to do is reach out and take it. There's so much abundance here for you. I love you guys more than everything. Again, check out my readings, check out my website, check out my merchandise, all of the things. I love you guys. I'll see you really soon. Have a wonderful June. Bye.